now rocking with the stable. Jay Dilla, rest in peace. I just wanna make, I just wanna take, I just wanna make, remember me in,
my name is Jayali, and I am from Providence, Rhode Island, and I'm a hip-hop artist in Bloomington, Indiana.
And so I'm sitting in my room while my mama saying go study, listening to beats, planting seeds while I go nutty. My buddies rolling, we living on the swisher, spitting to the game, call me a good kisser.
What brought me to Bloomington was a track scholarship. In high school, I did the hammer and the weight, and I was one of the top in the country, and I ended up writing my own ticket to Indiana University because of it.
They told me get ready for the real world. I tell them how when I can't even find a real girl. And so I moves on, preparing for a dream life, dream house, dream car, harboring my dream wife. Yeah.
I started rapping at the age of 11. I was at a summer camp called Camp Meehan, and there was this kid there named AJ Bruce. Right now he's a photographer, and he was dope. He was like the nicest MC I ever heard. He was just like, he could just go right off the top of the head and just spit some of the coldest bars, some of the coldest lines you ever heard. And he ended up putting me on to who inspired him, like Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, DMX. He put me on to so many different artists, and that's when I took it upon myself. I was like, yo, this is pretty cool, and I think I have the capacity to do it as well, and that's when I started really practicing it.
Invaders, homes, educating your education and educator with songs. Cause I rap cold, swiftly with the flow, left in black smoke, black throat, throwing up the bars for my black foe, stack slow, even when that money comes fast, whenever following dreams, the money will come last.
Yeah, this is one I got to listen to. And the song, Better Things, and then I'd say check out Money's a good song as well, and then Window Shopping. Those are three joints that are personally my favorite. So still a little too fast. We're gonna bring it down to 160, 750. And I started producing at the age of 18. I had a mixtape that I wanted to get done in a week because I was going back to school. So I came back for summer, and I was going back to school, and I was with my friends in my mom's basement, and we all wanted to make this mixtape on like a $100 Blue Snowball microphone. And I chopped up the theme song of I Dream of Jeannie, and I put some drums to it, and that was the first beat that I ever produced. And yeah, man, that's when I really dug into it and got to it, you know? Right now I'm going through my vault of samples. You know, I chopped them up in Audacity, got some 4 and 2 bar loops, and I mean, this one right here is called So Beautiful. My biggest influences as a producer, there's so many. Just Blaze, huge. I love his drums. His drums they sound so realistic, and the space that he creates with his drums, it captivates your mind and puts you into the session. And I also like the way he samples as well. Kanye West, just for his soul beats. Decompose, who produced a lot of stuff for Binary Star, One Below, Sinan Silla, the Pete Rocks. We have the DJ Premiers. One of my favorite albums from him was A Moment of Truth by Gangstar. It was him and Guru. And then Ninth Wonder. Can't forget Ninth Wonder. Ninth Wonder, I mean, he finds those samples that like you necessarily wouldn't be able to make them work, but somehow he flipped them, or somehow he just chopped them in a way that just lines up perfectly. The refs, all that. You took it up. Hey, you know what I mean? You know, Beethoven, he went deaf, and he was still writing out his symphonies and his orchestration. You know what I mean? And I feel the same way. It's like only I can hear what I have in my head, and only I can get it out in a fashion that fits me. So that's really the reason why I produce. I mean, I'd love to work with Kanye, Just Blaze, all these other producers, but right now, I'm the only one really making the music that I want to be on, I want to rap to, and I want to put out. It's like, that's what I love about sampling. It's like, when you hear the song that got sampled, it takes you to a whole nother place, because it's like, wow, that was genius. Like, it really is, it's almost, it used to be, for me, a point of like, damn, if I would have got to that song first, then I would have made that dope beat. But now it's like, I don't think about the, I don't think it's like that. It's you literally have to have that ear for the chop. You know what I mean? If you don't have that ear for the chop, you cannot make a beat. I promise you that. You can have the best songs, the best, old school 70s, 60s joints. You ain't gonna make nothing. I had it was Martin Luther King. It was a Martin Luther King Expression Showcase. It was a talent show, and I got to perform with Ill Intentions, and then I also got to perform with Jitty Dawn. And we actually won the Viewer Choice Award, and we won the talent show, and it was amazing. I got to perform the song that I really like. It's called The Real, and I was in my African garb, and Jitty Dawn was in their African garb, and Ill Intentions was the same way, and I had a tuba. I had some African drums, and then I had this young lady named Pearl Scott, and she's just a wonderful singer, and I had her scatting. She's really into jazz, so I had her scatting on the track, and I mean, it was an amazing feeling to bring all that together. First, to get through the rehearsals, and then, because of Rachel Awayemi, she set all the sessions up and whatnot, and just to have everything come to fruition, you know what I mean? When I first got into the talent show, I saw it in my head. I was like, yo, I'm about to have a great performance. I'm about to win this talent showcase. I know I'm going to. I see it. Like, I literally saw it in my head. And then to actually live it and have that reaffirm what I saw, that was one of the greatest feelings that I've had within my career, actually.
To my soul, dealing with it like a lifer. Plan on getting higher, breathing out water as I'm looking through the fire, sending praises to the Maya. Back on, we back up, back for your asses. No homo, the struggle, making words and actions match up. A couple thoughts on me looking at the future, and in the end, came off the bench as the best shooter.
As a lyricist, I want to convey a message of progression. I think that as human beings, we were put on this earth not to be stagnant. Either you're green and growing, or you're ripe and rotting. You know what I mean? There's no stagnation. So in anything that any of us do, I believe that there should be a sense of progression there. And within my lyrics, you'll find progression on 4 different levels: community-wise and environmental-wise. Spiritually-wise, you'll find progression as well, or at least the message of going towards that, mentally and then physically as well. And I just want everybody to realize that the work and the job is never done. There's always more work to do, and there's always a higher level to reach, and there's always a better way to be yourself. You always have more capacity than be what you are now. My aspirations as a hip-hop artist, once again, to become a national and international act. I also want to do a lot of the business as well. I want to set up a college tour. I want to set up a national tour and a national tour as well. I also want to get into artist management and development along with my manager, Rachel Awayemi, and just really spread the message and keep progressing as an artist, not just as an artist, but as a lyricist and as a rapper. There's more to hip-hop than just the music. You have graffiti, you have fashion, you have turntablism, you have b-boying, and then you have the lyricist, the rapping, you know what I mean? And so I want to be able to incorporate all 5 pillars of hip-hop into everything I do with that. I like to teach, so I would love to set up a program, in whatever school system that will allow me to, and actually teach hip-hop from a personal development standpoint. You know what I mean? As opposed to just trying to make it as an entertainer or trying to make it because there's lots of money involved. Hey, how about using hip-hop as a tool to decide what goals you want to achieve, or to be specific in terms of how you want to develop as a person, your character, your desire, your drive, your discipline, your determination, your dedication. All those things I want to be able to use hip-hop as an outlet to promote. So, I mean, teaching is always something that comes with ability and with skill, and I feel like I have the ability and skill to do that no matter what aspect I'm doing. Bloomington has shaped me as an artist by allowing me the outlet to mess up and to learn as I go, in terms of planning events, and then, my stage presence and all those different types of things, of being critiqued, how the fans interact. It's a lot. Bloomington's been very forgiving. You know, and I think that's one thing I like about the Midwest in general is like they're very forgiving. Because if I did a lot of stuff that I did here on the East Coast or on the West Coast, I would have been thrown out of clubs. You know what I mean? I would have been, you know, not given a second chance. But I like Bloomington because it's really a learn as you go type of deal, and everybody respects what you're doing, no matter how different you are, no matter how different what you're doing is. Everybody will at least give you the opportunity to let them know what it is you're doing, how you're doing it, and if they would like to be a part of it as well. So I really do thank Bloomington for that, for allowing me to progress and giving me those lessons and not showing me failure, but showing me defeats and allowing me to learn from those to become an even better winner in this industry. I gets busy on the microphone. You know what I mean?
From the pulpit till I'm toothless, ain't gotta